get together to try and find the one thing that you need but you can't buy yourself. And since you've always said you have a memory like a sieve, we're here to remind you of all the good times you've given us. We love you. Sit back and enjoy.
Uh-oh, better be careful now.
Who's that?
Close the door, Noah.
Wait, no, you're gonna
I remember when I took you to the Eric Clapton concert for one of your birthdays, and he played all of his old stuff, new stuff, and it was awful.
We're shooting water taxis with potato cannon. Wasn't real sure about it, but I remember it.
We remember when you took us
go-karting.
extreme go-karting.
Go-karting.
Oh my god.
And Spitballs were pretty fun.
Spitballs.
Oh yeah, and ESPN.
Spitballs.
That was the day we'll never forget. Stuck to the TV. Oh, got it.
Our 60th birthday at the IGFA.
Oh, it was fun. 60th limo birthday. 60th birthday. The limo. That was.
We
that
crawled
was a fun
and we
time.
crawled under the bathrooms and locked all the doors.
Oh yes.
You teaching me how to drive stick, it went from me being in the passenger seat, doing it with my left hand, to sitting on your lap, to the next car, to, I think, finally learned how to do it in the MG, which was very difficult.
And how old were you?
Maybe I was 12, maybe 13.
Got no dogs. Eat it, we're pulled on the floor. Don't miss. Are you ready? Are you ready? Say, I'm ready, Paul.
Ready!
Here we go.
Don't drop it!
All right! Perfect catch.
You
All
said
right,
no.
we got
What is
chocolate
that?
and
Is that
butterscotch. I think this is... No,
Yeah, you didn't even have a syllabus
Yeah. Chocolate and butterscotch? You're going for
Got
the
it.
one.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right! 2 for 2. All right, we got butterscotch only now.
Me.
Butterscotch, okay.
Quinn, this
Go.
one you're not gonna get it. It's gonna fly in your face and I'm gonna be laughing. Oh, it's not.
All right.
We're not just having a
Taking
roll.
all the fun out of it.
Isn't it a magical day?
Butterscotch. I think this is butterscotch only too.
You getting nervous, Aiden?
All right, Noah, here you go.
Yeah.
All right.
What is eating?
Butterscotch.
Us three are long shot brothers. That's
There
what
you
we have
go,
the long shot.
smiling.
Come on, make it five.
Hey, get a little closer, get a little, hey, closer.
Wait, name for
All right,
being
there
the
you
long
go.
shot.
Here we go. Smile. You don't get a pink.
You gotta smile. You gotta get
Put your arm into it.
Hold up plate flat.
Hold it plate flat.
Oh, not fair. Hold on, Abe.
Wait, that's Papa's fault.
That's stuck to my.
That was Papa's
That's
fault.
stuck to my thing.
He took his name.
That wasn't a very good throw either, but you're gonna have to live with it.
Papa.
Sticking to my.
Yay! 4
Sorry,
for
that
5.
Every summer, and putting on the Abaco Regatta games with all kinds of funny games that you invented, where people had to put on the same colored shirt and snorkel for keychains and put blocks of ice, which ended up in their pants, and the dinghy race and the whole 9 yards. It was always a lot of fun going there during the summer.
Murdered the. I remember that when we went to murder the poo.
Going to Benihana, I think it was for Grandma's birthday, and playing ice hockey with the chopsticks along the table. That was the start of the table entertainment.
I remember when we went to the diner and you
stuck napkins. You licked the napkins and you stuck them to yourself, and the waiter looked at you like you were crazy.
The Moonlight Diner, and you flung mayonnaise on top of my head. Good times.
Oh, I remember when we made fork sculptures or silverware sculptures at Peaches.
I remember when we go to a lot of the restaurants and we flick sugar packets and flick them with forks in the air.
Go.
I remember the time when Papa was throwing spitballs and he put pepper in one and it went in my eye. But that was, I guess, a funny memory. The time that Papa hurt me with a lava cake on my birthday. It was Easter. It's a funny memory too.
I remember when you dressed me up when I was probably 12, maybe 13 years old as a Indian dancer, and made me do a tease in front of your best friend while we sang "Open the box, open the box" in front of Mr. Mueller. That was quite the day.
Columbus Day Regatta right before I started working at Sailor Man. I thought, man, if this is what it's going to be like working at Sailor Man all the time, that's going to be great. Not so much.
You and I didn't always have the best luck when it came to boating, and I remember one time we were in the Bahamas in an off-island snorkeling, and you were trying to start the engine, and you were pouring gasoline, and it was down your pants, and you were jumping in and out of the water, and I kept asking you, Dad, do you want me to wave my orange flippers? And you, no. You kept trying, and then one of the times I asked you, Dad, should I wave my orange flippers? And when you said yes, I just burst into tears. The afternoon ended being towed by the Bahamian mail truck boat into the harbor. I will
In
never.
high school, and you took all my friends out on the junk for an afternoon at sea, and we all went out in the ocean and jumped and played off the side of the junk, and we all ended up with sea lice.
I remember when you took us on a fishing trip on a charter to go get dolphin and sailfish, and we ended up getting out, and it was really choppy, and my dad got seasick, Ben got seasick, Jeremy got seasick, and I was a little seasick, and we ended up just catching bait, and we didn't get to go fishing at all, and we had to come in early, and that was not fun, but it was memorable. I remember the time when you were teaching me about your new boat, and you were showing me how everything works, and all the heat exchangers and everything, and you had to put new oil in. And you ended up spilling all the oil in the engine room, and it was not too long ago, but it was funny. And I remember you showing me, it was just me, you showing me how everything works, and we were that little engine room that was about 3 feet tall, but it was fun. Thank you for taking the time to show me about it. Happy birthday.
Get him!
All right, Ben.
Yeah!
Woo!
Look at that!
All right.
Look at that fish!
Way to go, Ben.
What is that, cat?
That's a jack, buddy. That's a blue runner jack.
Yeah!
All right, baby.
Hello, Papa. Remember the time when I drove the boat with you? It was a very fun memory. Not any bad memory. I really liked it. And happy birthday. Thank you for being such a good grandpa, and I hope you have the best birthday you could ever have. Bye.
Oh, I know a memory that you guys have to do. What? You have to talk about him taking you in the truck.
I remember the time when you took me in the back of your truck.
No, you guys do that one together. Press stop.
Okay. It was very fun. Hope you have the best birthday you can ever have.
The favorite things we like to do at Sailorman at the end is we get to ride in the back of your
Pickup truck.
and you floor it.
And then you stop very hard. And another one is I love the way that you're so generous with everyone in our family. How you buy us stuff.
Oh, that's a nice thought.
You listen, and I say, have a good happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Papa.
Hope you have the best birthday you could ever have. Bye.
I remember when the dog at our house tripped you and you fell on your back again.
Taping. We're taping. One. Here you go, Dario.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Papa, may you spin the boat like you did?
Well, wait a minute. First, we got to get done with the.
I remember the time Papa and I were playing with the bug swatter and he shocked me.
I remember when we went to drive through KFC when we were hungry, and there was a not so pleasant lady on the other end of the microphone who didn't take well to your sarcasm and said, "We don't need no attitude." And so you spun around and waved goodbye and said, "We don't need no KFC," and drove off.
When I was somewhere in between Ben and Eli's age, I used to race BMX. My very first race, I don't know how we came across the bike, but we got there and we didn't meet regulation. It needed bike pads, it needed a number on the front, and so you and your friends took my sister's diapers and wrapped them around the bicycle so that they could be pads, and I think I had a paper plate on the front with my number on it. I still remember doing that.
I remember the first time I went driving with you, and Meemaw and Anan, and we went down to Las Olas, down to the beach, and back around, and on our way there I got about I was 2 inches away from hitting another car, and you laughed, and Meemaw and Anan almost had a heart attack in the back, and that was fun. That was a good first driving experience. I remember the time when we went to Boomers, and outside of it was a cancer truck with telephone booth that had money, paper, and trips to Cocoa Beach inside it. And we played before, we got like a few bucks, and then we went inside, we played video games, laser tag, and we went go-karting. And we ended up wrecking the whole thing. You crashed into me, I crashed into Jeremy. It was just one huge big wreck. And I don't know if we were allowed to go back anymore because of what we did. And then after, we tried the booth a few more times, and we actually paid. We won money that equaled out how much we paid for the thing, and we got our money back. And I got a slip that said you are entered for a trip to Cocoa Beach. And a few weeks later I ended up winning, and we had a fun trip to Cocoa Beach, and that was all because of you. Happy birthday.
One of my fondest memories that goes the furthest back is probably when I was in first grade, maybe? For my 6th birthday, I know it was. My mom was in the hospital with Holly, and so you had the task of making my cupcakes for the class. And I guess you decided to use a little ingenuity and decided cake batter would be easy to mix in the blender. Not realizing that took all the air out, and we ended up with cupcakes about this tall. So what did we do? We just threw frosting in between, and we had layered cupcakes. I still remember bringing those to class. That was a great memory. Love you. Okay.
I remember when you got me this cool birthday present, and it was a submersible orange underwater thing, and we decided to read the warning label on the top, and one of them was, "Don't do this or you will be drowned." I remember when you and Hattie dressed me up and stuffed my bra and took me bar hopping in Louisiana, and Hattie got carded and I didn't. When you woke me up every single morning by making the dog midnight jump in my bed and playing Shout as loud as you could on the jukebox.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember my favorite place to be when I was little used to be curled up on your lap, squiggling against your collar.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the church, getting my hair and makeup done, and I got a phone call from you saying that you were going to put all past aside and walk me down the aisle. One of the happiest days of my life.
One of my fondest memories was Easter Sunday 2008 when you gave your life to the Lord and walked forward with all your grandsons. That's a picture in my mind I will never forget, and I hope you don't either.
Happy birthday, sweetie. I remember going into Sailor Man and having Sparks for an awfully cute guy that I met there. I'll never forget that. Of course, 3.5 years later, we finally had that magical, wonderful first date. And after that, another special kiss that gave me a ring. I have memories of Coconut Grove, a fairy tale wedding, and then Africa, Thailand, all kinds of adventures that just don't seem to stop. Thank you for a lifetime of adventures. I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. In a heartbeat. Happy birthday.
Birthday, Papa.